Oh, I know you remember this. Retailers went to war against smash and grab thieves in 2023 after their violent tactics resulted in major product losses across the board. This shrinkage shrapnel emboldened stores to wake up and boost their defenses by doing a whole bunch of things, right? They put merchandise behind lock and key, which was completely annoying to quality shoppers, but they had to do it. Setting up more cameras, they did that, and they hired extra security. In some cases, they would park empty police cars outside the store, and that became a great deterrent. So with the live looting, maybe in the rearview mirror, is that a possibility, or will it continue to wreak havoc in 2024? And what does that mean for retail stocks? Joining me now on a Fox Business exclusive is the man who ran one of the biggest retail chains in the world, former Home Depot CEO and former Chrysler chairman and CEO, Robert Nardelli. Bob, lovely to have you. Happy New Year. Let's talk about this. I know you know from this, having run Home Depot, which of course people can, grab a few rivets or who knows what. But it really hit critical mass last year for Walmart and Target and Nordstrom and so many other stores, including mom and pop stores.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Liz, Happy New Year. It's great to be on with you at the first of the year here. Unfortunately, I think it is still a problem. And the point you made in your opening comments, yes, Home Depot, for example, Lowe's, Tractor Supply, all of those started to lock up the merchandise. In my experience, when I was working with the Home Depot team, when you locked it up, you tended to lose sales because it became a deterrent for the people who wanted to rob you, but also for the shoppers who wanted to basically look, touch it, feel it, and be able to check out versus getting an associate, unlocking the crib, and then bringing it to the register. So I had the occasion to talk with Ted Decker, who's running Home Depot now and doing a fabulous job. And as you said, a lot of the security people from those major retailers presented at a congressional hearing. And the problem is, we still have a lawless society now. And theft is not, you're not able to prosecute. I was blessed at Home Depot. We got shrink under control. We installed cameras in every store. We had a dark room where our security team was monitoring high shrink stores. But Liz, back then it was not legal to steal $1,000 to get a paint sprayer or a nail gun or something and just walk out with it. Unfortunately, Home Depot had an experience where they lost an employee, an associate that was pushed to the floor, hit his head on the concrete. Security guard was shot. So we're still experiencing that at the retail level. And until we get this lawless society under control where we can arrest and prosecute, which we did, when I was there in 2000 to 2006, we're still going to see, unfortunately, having to secure more of the merchandise, which stops the theft to a certain degree, but also prohibits shopping, to your point, quality shoppers.
Yeah, I think you are right. It is definitely a deterrent, but I've been there where I've said, I'm waiting for somebody to open up to buy some Tylenol, and I just don't have the time and I leave. So it deters the quality shoppers that we have out there. I want to talk a bit about the actual retail and the shopping mall resurgence, because I was talking to big, real estate guys when I was out in Colorado, and they said, Liz, we're starting to invest in shopping malls once again because of clicks and mortar, not brick and mortar, clicks and mortar, where e-commerce is waking up and saying, we're doing great with just the website, but we also want people to be able to walk into the stores. What are you seeing as trends there, and who's at the forefront?
Yeah, it's interesting you use that term. We use it again back in 2000. You need clicks and bricks, and it's an interesting phenomenon. For example, someone would come into Home Depot and we might have 2 or 3 products on display. They like the design and the features, but they didn't like the color or the fabric. And so we were working very hard to have a mobile kiosk that would allow associate to come over and see 20 assortments versus the 2 or 3 on the shelf. And that has continued to progress. But if you look at Bed Bath & Beyond, for example, right, they basically closed all the stores, and they've had a lot of advertisement over the holiday period where you could actually scan the code and get a 20% discount. I think, again, Home Depot, Lowe's have a wonderful blend, if you will, of a number of stores where people can shop, and they also have a convenience of online. And I think the combination of that, to your earlier point, when it's locked up and you're having difficulty, you go online, you order it, it gets delivered to your home. That's why we're going to see, I think, maybe more and more online shopping, the convenience of it versus going in the store, feel threatened, but then you can have it delivered to your home, Liz. I think you're spot on.
Oh, boy. Well, you would know. We'll be watching it. Bob, thank you so much. Happy New Year. We appreciate you, and you've been a supporter of Fox Business from day one, so thank you.
Thank you, Liz.